Great to see everybody. We've got 17 people live right here in Brisbane. I'm back in Brisbane for a short week, as I was saying before to Josh Nobito. I'm off to LA for, well, 3 months for now, or when my money runs out. So LA can be very expensive very fast. But I'm off to LA, USA this week, hopefully. So we thought we would jump on the Facebook Live. I haven't done a Facebook Live, I don't believe so, with the Free Magic Live peeps. And Josh has been running the show, as he knows, and we're about to start the music. Of course, it's just ridiculous.
We can always just walk somewhere.
Yeah, maybe we can walk somewhere. So we'll have to.
We might have to walk and talk.
Yeah, we might have to walk and talk. But what time is it? It's quarter past 2. Maybe we've got 15 minutes before they start. So anyway, we've got 23 people on. So Josh has been running the channel. Thank you so much, Josh. Josh will still be running the channel for a while. We've got a few things that we're discussing. One of the things is, a lot of people know that we've had Pro Magic Live, but I wanted to revamp Pro Magic Live, but not so. Pro Magic Live for us was probably a lot more corporate, a lot more like event-based magic tricks. I wanted to make it a little bit more street stuff, a little bit more relatable to you guys.
There's more stuff like if you're wearing a suit and you're at a
yeah, exactly. But you could still do the tricks if you weren't in a suit. But it was definitely marketed more of in that way. But I want to remake this, and Josh is actually going to be the host and the performer of this, and I want to make it a lot more. I don't like the word community, be a lot more fan-driven. Sorry guys. A lot more fan-driven, a lot more. I want to make it more result-driven for you guys. Sorry.
Yes.
This is obviously what happens when you
magician problems.
Yeah. So that's the scene, and it's going to be hopefully out in the next couple of months. I don't know. We'll be discussing it. So that's the update from what we're doing. We're gonna have to walk and talk, maybe. Yeah. We've got close to 30 people going live, which is exciting. Pro Magic Live was successful. Successful for me was, you know, we got it out, people got into the course. I think, you know, in life, guys, you've got to change and you've got to adapt. And I realized a lot of people didn't really want that. Well, you guys especially, the people that I already had on my Free Magic Live list, it's not exactly what you wanted. So the kind of course was not suited for most of the people on there. Maybe more so for Josh, because Josh wanted to be a professional magician at that time. But for most people, a lot of you guys on here aren't really wanting to be a professional magician. So being really self-aware of that and understanding of that was something that I would want to fix for the next time. Brandon says, who do you go for in AFL? No one, I don't follow AFL. Brisbane Lions. If I wanna, are you gonna make another music video?
Oh, my magic.
Oh,
music
okay.
Video. Yes. Quick answer of that.
I was like, oh, Josh Nobito, Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, can't you hear the music?
Yeah, exactly.
For our next video shoot. Yeah, that's right.
So guys, yeah, we live. We've got 32 people now, which is pretty exciting.
That's great. Feel free to share it if you want, you know, just to let other people jump on board.
Yeah.
Forgot how to enter the giveaway. Jose, well, oh, that's right. We do have a giveaway while we're here. We're just going to give it to someone that has commented so far. So we're giving away Whiplash right here. And
I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, it's a card effect.
Okay. Oh, I think I've seen the trailer for this.
You guys might get a tutorial.
No, I'm not going to show anyone
right now. But
yeah, I have seen it. Very powerful, man. I have seen this actually.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch it too much. Okay. So we're giving that away. Is it one of the giveaways?
We'll just send it to someone.
Bam. I should have brought my. You know, I bought a tripod.
Let me.
I bought a tripod, and it is the brand new one, and it's in the car. It's silly me.
Nice.
You know what we'll do? No. Let me take this blue thing off.
Okay.
This is how you. What do you? Ridiculous. Okay, sorry guys. What am I doing in LA? Starting hosting. I'm gonna hopefully host a TV show and, you know, be around people that are in the entertainment scene more. Where we at? but a Crystal Pepsi in LA. Buy a Crystal Pepsi.
Oh, 20 past 1.
Yeah. No,
Don't smoke.
we
Sorry.
don't smoke.
I'm a pack a day man though.
Nah. Are you a pack a day?
Yeah.
Are you going through a pack a day?
If I have a gig on,
Yeah.
I'll go through it. No, it's more like pack a week probably.
A pack a week.
Yeah,
No, I'd
yeah.
go through. If I'm, that's a good question actually. Yeah, I would go through. If I'm playing with the cards, probably every 2 to 3 days after I want that freshness again. May I know what gimmicks you use, Eugene? Well, depending what kind of, just generally. For me, thumb tip. For me, guys, it's a little bit different now because I've taken a step away from, I'd say, Magic a little bit. I'd still do it, but it wouldn't be, I don't have the latest gimmicks on me. It would be more so just stuff that when I'm out and about. So a thumb tip would be my only gimmick. How about you?
You know, I carry loops with me.
Oh, do you go loops?
If I'm
Nice.
performing, I've got loops, flash paper, if
Yeah.
that counts as a gimmick. Maybe one particular coin gimmick that you'd find on a beach, and yeah, and just cards. You
Yeah.
know, the more technically skilled you get with Magic, the less gimmicks you need. Like, a lot of magicians have different thoughts on it, but really a gimmick should only be used if that is what specifically will make the effect the strongest. So we don't typically use all gimmicks. But
Look, I want to. You said something interesting, and maybe you didn't mean to say it like this, or maybe the way I interpret it. It's not your fault. It's mine, because I'm an idiot. No, look, tell me if I'm wrong, but I know you guys are very receptive to what Josh says on Free Magic Live, and I'm very thankful to have someone like Josh to take over the channel, not to go off on tangent. Because for me, guys, you know, I didn't want to let Free Magic Live go. And I was saying to Josh before, which is really exciting, you know, I knew Josh when Josh has always been a performer, but before he was a magician, he was in the corporate world. So it's really interesting and very exciting and very inspirational and very, like, proud, not from a friend, but more so to see someone go from, like, here, not making any money, to, like, now Josh is a full-time magician. He'd be one of Australia's leading professional magicians. Yeah, in my opinion, you know. From people that are working, you know, anyone can make money, but like someone that works day in, day out and is like doing his stuff, it'd be Josh. So I'm happy that Josh is on board running Free Magic Live. And to get back to my point, Josh sort of said, made a mention about if it's strongly used gimmicks. That's what you said.
Yeah,
I think it depends on what you want to do, because look, yes, if you have loops, for example, if people don't know what loops are, you know, these invisible thread, invisible sort of, what is it made out of?
it's like elastic.
Elastic, you know. Now that's very powerful, but you know, sometimes you can do amazing powerful stuff just with nothing, you know, just like reading someone's minds, and there's no gimmick with that. So it just depends on your own style, you know. And for me, you know, the tagline of Free Magic Live has always been easy tricks, simple training, and impress everyone. So for me, I didn't want to have too much of all this stuff on me, but that's just me personally.
Yeah. Although someone did just mention invisible deck.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
very
acceptable. That's acceptable.
Yeah, very powerful.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you have on you if you go to a gig? Like if you were to do a roving gig?
Okay, so if I was to do a roving gig, I would have sponge balls. I think sponge balls are just classic 101. You can do it for 5-year-olds, you can do it for 50-year-olds. They seem a little bit silly, like when you bring them out sometimes, but like I've got such a good routine with them that, and I do a lot, obviously, pickpocketing in my show, so it's a great way of, it just works for me. Sponge balls, a coin. So I have a couple of coins, like Australian 50-cent piece. I use the bigger one, or 20-cent just because it's easier to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Pack of cards, Sharpie, rubber bands, maybe. And sometimes I have an invisible deck, but you know what I find now, I like to push myself when I was doing roving gigs a lot more, and I found that invisible deck, it's a guaranteed winner. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do that because it's going to get a guaranteed reaction, but it's like I like to challenge myself. And when you're doing gigs week in, week out, you want to push yourself, otherwise you get a bit stagnant, you get a bit stale. So I didn't always have an invisible deck on me. Yeah. How about yourself?
Yeah. These days,
Let's say 1 hour close up in the city. Of course.
A quick
These
update
look
from
these
Translink.
because these guys are these guys are skateboarding. Of course.
That was skateboarding live just then.
Yeah, skateboarding live.
Yeah. So, so when I go to gig, I have for 1 hour I have one deck of cards. I'll have 4 coins.
Okay, sorry, Pipe and Magic has got the great customer service.
Yeah, very good. Well, that's where this is from. This is from Compliments of Pipe and Magic. So I'm glad Sean's doing a great job with you guys. That's super important.
Sean used to do professional magic. Does he still do it now?
Yeah,
not as much.
Well, he runs a shop now, but he says hi. He says it's been a while.
Yeah. I know Sean a lot. We used to go to his magic lectures. I remember Sean.
Yeah,
no problem.
So there you go. So yeah, I have cards, I have coins, rubber bands. I do keep an Omni deck with me. I still rock an Omni
I haven't
deck.
rocked an Omni deck for ages.
Yeah.
Omni deck for the people is that clear. It's a clear deck.
Yeah, it's like a Perspex main
Yeah.
deck. Yeah,
It's very powerful, very strong. Like if you nail it, well, you do, but it's like wow. Yeah.
I have a few. I keep 3 Sharpies on me because one's a normal Sharpie and 2 are do other things, and then I have a wallet so cards can appear out of it, and that's it.
Actually, can I? Sorry, interrupt. Flash paper. I always try and have flash paper
Yes,
on me.
flash paper.
Flash paper, guys. I know some people can't get it in their country. It's like one of those things when you can just, and this maybe and jump in. It's a bit of a business tip or corporate tip. Clients, when there's a lot of people in the room, sometimes as a close-up magician, because you're not doing a huge effect and there's like 20 people watching you and it's very close up, it's nice to see it's nice for a client to see that there's something going on and they feel like you're in the room.
Oh yeah.
Because I've had events where the client's been so distracted with her own focus with her client, she was like, I didn't even see you, And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like flash paper just gets this bright, spark, and it's like people are like, wow. And if she sees that, if she feels like, or he or she feels like you're around the room.
Yeah, and especially at every corporate event, they always do a quick introduction, even in the cocktail hour.
Yes.
And without a doubt, they will always mention the magician.
Yes.
By the way, we have a magician, so I know that's coming, so I always have flash paper ready, and I just do a quick throw in the air.
Yes.
So people know where I am.
Yeah.
And that always gets, instantly everyone knows I'm there, and I don't have to do that awkward, hello, I'm the magician today, blah, blah, blah.
No.
So, flash paper is very useful theatrically.
Yeah, try to do it. Eugene, I'm assuming Vietnamese. No, actually maybe not. Yeah, is Vietnamese or Chinese? He's going to be like, racist, I'm Indonesian. So Chris Ramsey is good. I've seen his stuff on YouTube. The last video I watched, Chris Ramsey?
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
Ramsey,
he's good. Like he's doing the very YouTube approach, and he did, I think, a video with King Bach, recently in New York. So yeah, he's cool. Maybe I'll try and meet up with him and give you guys more content. How many years did it take you for you to get at the top of your game, Josh Nobito?
For me? Well, I wouldn't say I'm at the top of my game yet. I think we're always pushing, but to get to a point where I could perform professionally, I think I was learning for about... So look, I was probably learning for like 5 years before I started getting paid for it, and then I was getting paid to do it for 2 years before I could start doing it full time.
Yeah.
So that helps you guys.
Awesome, man.
That's kind of the timeline. Yes.
Yeah, Loki, Disturb Reality. Yeah, he's asked me to hit him up when he's in LA. I should actually hit him up while he's in LA. He's obviously getting into his wrestling a lot. But, while I'm in LA, not to make it understandable for you guys, but like I've got a few things to focus on. Phase 2 is magicians. So phase 1 is a few other people. So phase 2 is like I'll have time. So yeah, love to, happy to meet up with these guys and see what I can do, because they, they have a big following and a big list.
Yeah.
Shout out to Yed, Haven, Bachata, Bachata. Yeah, Jarek 120. Yeah, he's good. Jay, why did you, so from Jerry Presley, Jay, why did you go to Josh out of all the people to take over the channel? It was a great choice, by the way. Because Josh and I used to date. So, we don't have children. So he was like, I wanted the YouTube channel. No, look, for me, man, it's like anything in business or anything that you've started, you've got to give it to someone that's not only who's going to run it well, but you got to trust the person. And I've had a few people that have tried to do it, or I've given the chance to, and they, you've got to have someone that's in the game. I think a little bit. You've got to have someone who's in it and who knows what they're talking about. So, I'm not saying someone couldn't run it who's like been out of the game for 10 years, but you've got to have someone who's performing constantly, and I think that's really, really important when it comes to, well, what I wanted anyway. That's just my opinion, but at the end of the day, it's my baby, so I can give Josh to adopt my baby. He's the what do you call it? The godfather? Godparent of Free Magic Live.
Yeah.
Now I'm on day 17, Eugene. Is that part of your course? Or?
No, I don't know what that is. Now I'm on day 17.
Okay. Hello. Okay, so some guy said, I'll give you the question. Payco, he said, I'm doing some magic on the radio. I've had this question before. What should I do?
It depends if you're doing magic for the hosts on the radio show, or if it's over the phone to someone else. But typically, like, mentalism is a good way to do it. Is a good avenue, because it's just in the mind. But also, some people have had success with like predictions. So sending a prediction to the radio station. So when they get there, the host can describe what's happening. So they can have them name like the what's it called, the holiday prediction. So you make up a holiday of like where you say to the host, where would you go and what would you do and what would you eat, and then you have that predicted inside a box or something, and the host can describe exactly what's happening. So yeah, I think mentalism is the way to go, because it has to be something that will be perceived without seeing it.
Look, if you would like to learn something from Josh, and maybe that's a video that Josh can make in the next video. It's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, radio magic.
Yeah, I might even do a video with Josh this week, because do you have time this week? Are you around?
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm going to US, but I'm not sure, so I'd actually like to shoot something, so we might even do that video on the street, or explaining a magic trick on the radio. But feel free to hit Josh on his Facebook page to private message him.
Yeah.
Is that the way?
For that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Facebook.com/J.
Just Josh Norbido.
Josh Norbido.
He'll find the page. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the 1, 2, 3, 4 carrot trick is very powerful too, Jerry. Remember, to all the people out there, if you don't know the 1, 2, 3, 4 carrot trick, so it's hard to do. Okay, well, you get a piece of paper, right, and you write 1, 2, 3, 4, and I wonder where it is on the YouTube channel. I'm sure it's on one of the videos, but you ask someone to circle a number, and most people will choose 3, right? It's just an equivocate thing, or a magician's choice, or a psychological thing. And you obviously write the number beforehand on like another piece of paper. If they don't circle the number 3, you basically magicians force it. So let's say I give it to Josh and he circles 2. You go, great, circle another number. And he circles 1, he circles 4. Okay, what's left? 3. If he circles 2 and 3, you go, great. Okay, let's take 2 and 3 away. If you were to take one of those numbers, what would it be? If he says 3, you keep 3. If he says 2, what are you left with? So it's magician's forcing. So you want to be left with 3. And then if you ask someone to think of a vegetable, but a lot of people say carrot. It doesn't hit 100% of the time, doesn't hit always 90%. Maybe it's like 75% for me. And then all magicians force it, like, think of another vegetable. Okay, great, take those away. I remember doing this once and I really needed to hit it. And I remember someone saying 10 vegetables until they said carrot. And it was just a slow process, but
Then you move on.
Something else. So, yeah, that's a great thing. 250 comments so far.
Good stuff, guys. And I saw Deception Magic shared our video. Thanks for that. Thank you.
Does FML produce magic, Krish? It doesn't. Oh, well, no, hang on. That's a lie. We've produced a few effects. Sorry. Undercut. Josh was the star of that. And Sealed, of course. I was actually, that's good. I forgot that was a long time ago. Yeah. And yeah, we've done a few. But, look, guys, now I'm not saying Josh... it can't, but there's a lot of magicians out there that are creating amazing stuff, and every time you think you've seen something, someone will do something even more unbelievable, so it's getting a lot better. But it's about sharing the magic and sharing the entertainment. Josh, what's your favorite trick?
Oh, favorite trick. Favorite trick? You know, right now I'm sort of taking a leaf from Jay's book, and I've been practicing the watch steal a lot lately.
It's very good, isn't it?
I love the psychology of controlling someone's attention. So I've been playing around with it. Right now it's sort of like something I'm interested in. But apart from that, one of my go-to routines is probably card underbox. There's a whole sequence of it, but like that's probably one of my favorite routines to do.
Maybe that's something, Josh, that you can teach in maybe the new membership site that we're thinking of creating.
Yeah. It's basically a routine where someone has signed a card and it instantly appears underneath the card box on the table, and then the deck in your hand actually disappears and changes to only their card, and then the whole deck is underneath the card box. And then it happens again inside the box, and then you end up with the whole deck vanishing and reappearing inside this card box, which has been sitting on the table. It's a really playful routine. It's kind of like a step up from Ambitious Card. It's definitely my favorite. What about you?
Look, other than pickpocketing, but let's say more of something that you guys can understand, card to mouth. I've done it for 10 years.
You definitely owned that. Like,
yeah, I have.
That routine.
I've swallowed a lot of cards. A lot of cards have been in my mouth. Surprising I haven't been more sick, but you know, I put a lot of cards in my mouth. I've done it on stage for like 2,000 people on the YouTube Fan Fest when I did that. Oh no, it was 6,000, sorry. I've done it for like one person. You know, it's a powerful effect. It's very, very strong. A lot of cool elements to it. You're stuffing up, it's in your mouth. It's got that gross effect a little bit. So yeah. Just briefly, guys, too, so what I'm thinking with Josh with the new membership site, we had Pro Magic Live, which was exciting, as I said at the beginning of this video. However, there are some things I liked and disliked about the program or the course that we had, and I still think it's very powerful to have, because there's a lot of people that want to have a bit more advanced stuff and get a lot of more personal help. So Josh and I are discussing about redoing a new course per se. It's probably not going to be in the same, it's not going to be the same style as Pro Magic Live. That was a little bit more corporate of me in a suit. It's going to be a little bit more street magic, but you know, stuff that you can use for events. But I want to make it very, very personal for you. So I'm not trying, my goal isn't trying to get 1 million people on the membership site course. I would never say no to that, but we really want that personal touch. So Josh has his own course at the moment, and he's got, you know, a bunch of people on there. So I want to see if there's something we can do together for the new year, and really listen to you guys and find out what you guys want to know, you know. And I know it's hard sometimes you guys may not know what you want, but at least getting that kind of interaction from you guys. And then it's not going to be free. I've always said this to you, and Josh knows this personally, you know, if you want to become good at something, you have to invest not only your time, but your money as well.
Absolutely.
And, you know, for the people out there who maybe they don't want to pay, or they don't think it's worth paying, well, that's fine. It's not for you. You know, we're not trying to get everyone on to this new course, but you know, I've invested a lot into my magic. You've invested a lot into your magic. How much money do you think you spent in magic, DVDs, tricks, playing cards, courses over your career?
Over my career, man, it must be like, maybe it'd be between 5 and 10 grand, I reckon.
Yeah. For me, I'd probably say it's 20 for me. And yeah, like obviously it's paid off, but it's, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles, you know, and that's not including time, you know. So yeah, that's the idea. We'll talk a little bit about it more, but just want to give you guys a little bit of the things that we're discussing. Margaus de Castro, JJ is true. What advice can you give in this talent show for my school? Go ahead, Josh.
Well, I think you got to not make the mistake of trying to learn something new for it. If it's like next week, it depends when it is, but I would say just find something that plays to a big audience and make sure you're comfortable with it. Like, yeah, like what kind of magic do you like doing? You can do card tricks on stage, of course. As Jay just said, he did a card trick in front of 6,000 people, so you just got to be entertaining and just practice. Find something that you can perform and just practice it a lot. Even sponge balls, anything. Just make sure you practice so you're not nervous. I mean, you'll be nervous anyway, but it will help. So you don't crap yourself.
Someone asked before, how much would the course be? Look, we're not sure yet, but to be real with you, we were thinking about $10 a month. I think that's very, very affordable.
Yeah.
And you know, these days, especially in Australia, like, you know, to relate it to a drink or coffee, $4 or $5 you're spending for a coffee or a soft drink in a restaurant where we are now. So, you know, I'm sure most people probably spend $10 on something every month that they throw money away. I know I do.
Yeah, absolutely. On parking, even just to make this video, you know, we spend more than that now.
Exactly. Should you be invoicing me for that? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, guys, look, that's $10 is Eugene. Look, man, but look, I'll be real with you. I'm sure you can find the money. If you want to learn, you find the money. Jerry says, do you guys get fooled by magic? Or can you figure out every trick that comes your way? No, I get fooled all the time.
Yeah, same.
And I think that we like to be fooled.
Absolutely. That's why we get into magic, isn't it? Because we get fooled by something.
Exactly.
I went to Vegas last year and I saw David Copperfield,
yeah,
Matt King, Penn and Teller, and I love getting fooled.
Yeah.
Love it.
You know, and something interesting that you bring up that word foolery. It's, you know, it's like magician, the true magicians. What do you call that? The true artists. What do you call that in music? They call them it's just called the true artists.
Like performance artists.
Yeah, like the real. Well, anyway,
artists.
like the real magicians. You got, you know, the magician purists.
Purists.
So you got like the magician purists who say, oh, it's magic isn't about fooling people. You know what I believe? I don't think there's right and like, who says that's what I got into it for, because I was fooled. You know, if you don't want to use the word fooled, I was tricked, I was deceived, I was baffled, and I got curious about it. So magic to some people is different to magic to others, you know? So don't get caught up on that whole, like, do it for why you want to do it. You know, at the end of the day, where you're entertaining people. And in life now, with what's going on, especially in America, we all need to be entertained even more now. Especially with social media, we're more depressed, they say. So
that's very true. Except for this video on social media.
Yes. Eddie Gill says, what motivates you guys to continue to do magic?
Well, you know, whenever I finished at a gig and someone says, you know, you must do really well in this career or whatever, I always say that I don't do magic to get paid. I just get paid at the gig so I can continue to just do magic.
He just does it to get laid. Yeah, no, exactly.
So, yeah, I just love doing magic, and I don't want to, you know, because I used to have a day job, which I won't swear, but it's not fun, and
it was shit, right?
That pain, yeah. Knowing what that feels like to make someone else rich and just work in a job and waste your life so that you can then go home and spend at night in your room doing magic, didn't work for me. So I just love doing it. I don't want to do anything else, so that's what keeps me going.
Sam asked, when will you announce the giveaway for the winner?
Smooth as Josh. I may borrow that when I perform. Yeah, use it. It's a good line. It shows some humility, and hopefully they'll rebook you. Because it's not about getting booked, it's about getting rebooked, just so you know. I mean, we can announce it anytime. We'll just give it a...
We'll do it at the end.
Yeah, we'll just do it at the end.
We'll do it at the end.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be more swayed by someone's question than someone... Is that what the rule was?
Well, it was just we would pick someone's comment. But
okay.
That's a good point. If it's a deep question.
Yeah, come on, give me something good. Give me a...
Tom, I think I might be in Melbourne later this year, and you'll certainly be someone I'll hit up, because Tom is in my mentoring group. I'll certainly let you know if I come down that way.
Hey, here's a tip. When you meet Tom, film a little session with him and put that on your membership site group.
Good idea.
Because that will help, and that's real.
Yeah. What do you guys think of this? I saw this the other day. I can't reveal it, but rubber band. It's kind of like the rubber band jumping across your fingers, right? So you got this, and it goes boom, and then boom, jumps again.
That's cool. Very cool.
$9.99 on the Street Magic Live course.
Is it really?
No. Oh. That, you know, our course.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I've seen that video, Eugene, of Chris's magician video. It's funny. It's like when you do this and a magician watches you.
Yeah.
And you go like that.
Yeah.
So it's fooling a magician using their brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Playing to their brain. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's funny.
Who influenced you the most? From Craig Hollingsworth.
You can take that one.
In magic, I'm assuming. Look, David Blaine got me into it. Let's be real. I remember just quickly the story. A friend of mine invited me over on a Friday afternoon after school, and he's like, "Hey, watch this." I downloaded this magic video, and it was David Blaine's Street Magic. And I watched it as I was watching on his computer, and I remember that. I think it was the next day. I'm pretty confident it was the next day. No, that evening went Street Magic on Google, and I saw illusionist.com. And then the next day, I spent about $350 US of my dad's money, my parents' money, and I bought Street Magic, Crash Course 1, Inside Magic, and a few tricks on a bicycle deck, and yeah. So David Blaine inspired me to get into it. You?
Nice. I think PD was probably a big boost. PD Magic, who you guys have probably seen on the channel before, he was actually booked to perform at one of my birthdays when I was younger. Okay. I think it was my 20th birthday. That was the first time I'd seen a magician perform in real life. So, and then of course after that, I did find Illusionist and Theory 11 and freemagiclive and David Blaine, but the first time I saw magic in front of me was PD. So yeah, seeing someone perform live is what really boosted.
Yeah, nice, man. So we're just gonna have a look at some of these questions.
And also Miss Mag 822, if you guys remember him.
Yeah, he's still killing it, isn't he? Jose Martinez says, "What's your most outrageous goal you have accomplished?" JJ and Josh. Me first, it would be stealing someone's belt. Yeah, when I got into pickpocketing, and then I remember like ticking off like I think you did a watch, and then doing sort of a watch that comes over your wrist like this, which was very difficult. And then tie. I remember when I was like, "What, a tie?" And I nailed the tie, and I was nailing ties all the time. And I was dabbling in belts a bit, but then I went, and then I don't remember the first belt I took, but I remember when I've taken some belts, and I'm thinking, how the heck do they not feel but you get away with it. It's pretty cool, man.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
For me, I'm trying to think. Like, it's funny, it's not like you set out a particular goal and then you get it and you're like, that was outrageous, because you've sort of taken, it's kind of like when something happens that you just didn't think would happen, right? Or you get away with something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I do know one time, this was crazy. I was under a bit of pressure at a gig because there were just so many people watching. And I just so happened to, I was performing a routine where you sit a card down and then you have someone name it, and the trick can go any way, but it happened twice that they nailed the card I'd sat down.
That's cool.
So I put a card down, and I put the Joker down, right?
Yeah.
Because I have a gag if they don't pick it, and they said the Joker trying to be difficult, and it was a Joker. Then they wanted to do it again, so I went again, and it nailed again, and so that was a pretty good feeling. Just a great.
Yeah, man. No, great. You know, I'm going to be doing Facebook Live more. I like Facebook Live. It's like none of this whole like. Look, I don't think doing a YouTube video, asking for comments, responding back to them, but it's like it's instant now.
Yeah.
Once again, ADD we all have. I need it now.
That's right.
No, this is awesome, man. Dude, let me ask you something, or just on a side note. Do you think, think about this in the last 5 years with technology, right? Like, I don't know, I can't remember what we had 5 years ago. I know that we had Facebook, but there was no calling on Facebook, that's for sure. I don't know if you could upload videos, maybe you could, but like now you've got you can call on Facebook, you can do Facebook Live, Instagram Live, which I need to try, YouTube Live. It's like very powerful. Can you imagine the next 5 years?
Crazy. And also Facebook videos are free, of Facebook calling, like how we used to use Skype. Now it's just as easy on Messenger to go boom, call.
Well, interesting for me, I have people that are fast. They clients that I know on because I've got them on Facebook. They'll respond faster to me on Facebook Messenger, even in a workspace like Monday to Friday hourly time, than on email or even calling. I'll call them and I'll send them a message on Facebook on their mobile, and they'll get back to me like that. It's like, wow, that's interesting.
It's crazy. It's technology.
Yes.
what would be great to have one day is like a cyber class where it's like you're in the room with us learning magic, and it's like a virtual reality.
I remember Richard Branson had that for a band. It's like a 3D hologram. So he was talking on stage. He was in his like a studio, not a studio, just even in an office, and he was presenting. And he was standing there in the other side of the world. They were doing that. They've got that, but it's quite expensive. And yeah, I don't think they own that.
It's expensive now.
It's expensive. Yeah, they've got it now, right?
Yeah. But I mean now it's expensive, but it might not be expensive in
No,
10 years.
exactly. But you know, I'll tell you this though. There's nothing more real than touch. Like hologram is one thing, but it's like I don't know.
That's true.
I just think there's something about being there. But a lot of people, you know, everyone around the world watches these videos. So
Yeah. Loki, I think Whiplash costs like $30 US, but not to be confused, it's not me that created this. It's Joshua Janowski, not Josh as in me. I saw someone put that up without asking about it. Yes.
shout out Sam Kumar.
So,
I saw some pictures of modeling on your Instagram. Is that what 15 years gets you? It's good. I like this stuff.
it's funny.
No, that's what 16 weeks of depression, eating chicken breast, training, not drinking alcohol, and having all your foods prepped gets you. But yeah, that's the punchline I've got.
Yeah.
Josh is he's actually got lean and slimmed down, and you know. But I'll tell you something about that. It's not about getting your six pack; it's maintaining your six pack. It's like as Josh said, it's not about getting booked, rebooked. Okay. Zach asks, how many hours a week would you say you practice magic? For me, different at the beginning, all the time. You never stop. You just immerse yourself in it. Yeah, I don't know. For me now, it's different. I haven't practiced for a while. So, Josh, for someone that's working as well,
Yeah.
I think...
You know, I'm performing, I'm actually physically performing like 4 hours each week. So that's 4 hours of time I'm performing to people anyway. Some of that time I am trying out new stuff, but practice, I mean, I always will have a deck of cards in my hand. I mean, I probably still will practice an hour a day, I would say. That's not in one hit, but just trying things out or looking at magic or thinking about something about magic. But certainly when I started, I would be in my bedroom all night, you know, like 4 hours a night easy. Yeah. But now it's just about, like, would you say it's just about maintaining your skills and just refining them when needed? It's not really like, you sort of reach a point where the more professional you get, the tighter your repertoire gets, right?
Absolutely.
You're not always trying to learn everything that comes out. Which is why Jay didn't know what this was, you know? It's not really important when...
It's up to you. Some people, they want to know every trick on that comes out. Look, I know that David Copperfield doesn't probably practice illusions 7 hours a day, but he likes magic to immerse himself in it. But, you know, there is an element of your own life. There is an element of his personal life, or he has probably interests in other things. So it comes down, you know, there's no, I think at the beginning, they do say there's a study done about 10,000 hours to master something.
Yeah, true.
You know, and I can't remember how long that is. I think it was 6 hours a day, I could be wrong, for 10 years. No, that's probably wrong, but it's a while, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, look, Donna McLeod, I want to try YouTube. We'll do a video this week. I want to try do a YouTube live video as well. So I think I haven't tested that, and I think, and the good thing about that is it goes straight to the YouTube channel. So this Facebook video goes straight to the Facebook. Obviously, it's kept, but it's a little bit, from what the guys at Google told me when I worked for them last week in Sydney, they said it's a little bit better integrated with your channel currently. So yeah. You know, and SEO and things, people can find the video. Actually, yeah, you can search for it. You know, you can search for live videos. Yeah. Or this, I don't think you can search for. So, yeah. Thanks for coming online, though, guys. We're averaging, not a huge amount, but, you know, 30 people. Let's think 30 people investing your time with us, wherever you are in the world. Just by curiosity, put where you're watching this from, which I'm fascinated to see. James Simontinus. Simontinus, Simonetti, Italian or Greek. No, Greek. I'm going to go for Greek. Do I still do gigs? Yeah, man. Yeah, look, gigs will never be lost. I'll always do shows. Shows are what I love. People is what I love. Performing is what I love. So I haven't done, let's say, just a roving gig for a while, but you know, that's where a lot of my cash flow comes from. So, you know, I was doing a gig last week in Sydney. Yeah. Tell us something. There's a lot of comments.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nailed it. I'm Greek. Yeah, good. Washington, nice. US East Coast. Krish, Melbourne. London, 4 a.m. The UK. Hello, Jason Mayer, who's just joined.
Jason.
Mexican United States. Tasmania. Nice. We got over 500 comments. 11 p.m.
Jason,
Sweden.
Jason,
nice.
Are you here? Are you actually behind us busking, or are you in Adelaide already?
Is he in Adelaide?
The Adelaide Fringe.
Oh, is he performing at that?
I think so.
Good.
Yeah.
What's in the black box that's up for winning? It's a gimmick effect.
Yeah.
Go have a look at YouTube, and go Whiplash.
Yeah.
By Joshua Janowski. Very, very powerful, man.
Adelaide tomorrow. Nice.
No problems, Eugene. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the movie. All the times when you felt this is not. So Josh, what do you think for you is your next big thing that you're like, your next thing that you want to accomplish?
Yeah, next thing, you know, I would love to have a residency at a casino.
Okay.
That would be great.
You voiced it to the universe.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Roving, like a show, right?
Yeah, so roving, like a close-up show, like how you have a casino table and you would do like a parlor show.
Okay.
Type thing. But also, was that your question?
Yeah.
What am I looking to do? Yeah, so I'd love to do that. I'm starting to do more stage things as well, just to play to a bigger audience. And I haven't told you yet, but I am talking with some TV people about like just to get out there on TV a little bit. Just to keep doing what I'm doing, but just...
What TV people? You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I know.
Channel what? Channel
10.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like magic on the Channel 10?
Yeah, just like a spot. Just like
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
But I'll tell you when everyone's not.
Yeah, here. Next minute, Jay's on Channel 10 doing magic.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm seeing all these like
these sad
emojis.
faces
Why are
for?
these angry emojis?
Is that because we're nearly finished, or?
There's all these angry. Why, Sam? You want to date them? Oh, do you both have a girlfriend? Josh is definitely in a serious relationship.
Yeah.
How many years you in now?
5 years.
You just hit the 5 years. When's the 5-year anniversary?
5 years was January 14th.
Nice.
Yeah.
For me, negative. There's no punchline to that. I was going to go somewhere with that.
Jerry, do I get tired of people asking where's JJ? You know, I've thought about doing a video, like a drinking game video.
Yeah.
And going through YouTube videos and doing a shot every time I see that comment.
You should, man.
Yeah.
You should. What would be your poison?
It would be Southern Comfort, probably.
So, you know what? I haven't had Southern Comfort and Coke for a while. She's pretty.
So I thought about doing that, or like push-ups. I've thought about doing some kind of game with those comments. So yeah, it's always funny, and it's it's good to see the OGs of Free Magic Live, wondering where Jay is. It's good to see people still watching that been watching from back then. So the hardest I laughed was when Jay, actually, you did a video a few months back, and I saw a comment saying, "Where's Josh?" That was hilarious.
Yeah, we've had enough of you.
Yeah,
we want a white guy.
Yeah.
Hello from Malaysia.
we been
Have you been recognised in
You know,
public?
when I went to LA, yes.
Really?
Yeah, I went
From what?
I went to
From
LA.
FML?
I went to Knott's Berry Farm in California, and
Knott's Berry Farm.
yeah, it's like a theme park.
Oh, okay.
It's like and I got recognized by a few kids. They were like, "Hey, are you the magic guy?" And I was like, "What the hell? I'm on holiday on the other side of the world."
Yeah.
In Brisbane, no, only maybe twice. But I noticed it in the US a tiny bit. But the world's so big, like it's not like you would think. I don't know. Is it any different for you? Or?
I get it a little bit more maybe in Brisbane. Not maybe when I was doing a lot more performance in street magic and people would see me and they'd come up. But probably the craziest time, I have a photo of it when I was in Minneapolis in 2011, and I was at some I was at some markets, farmers markets. And I was doing a bit of magic, and this guy that looked like Santa was behind me, and I made a comment. I'm like, "Oh, that looks like Santa," and he goes, "Thank you, JJ." And I went, "Huh?" And I was like, "Am I hearing things?" And he turns around, and he goes, "How are you enjoying USA?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's good, man." And he goes, "Oh, cool. I watch your stuff." I was like, "Really?" And this guy was he ain't young. He was, he was 60. He'd be leaning towards 50s and 60s. And yeah, he goes, "I've been watching you for years," and that's what's interesting to me. Wow. Airports, I've had people at airports, So yeah, they'll just say, "Oh, like you going across the it's not the escalator, it's the travelator, right? Is it called the travelator?"
Yeah, travelator.
And they think, "Hey, you're JJ." I say, "Hey." Yeah. So yeah, it is cool, man. Yeah, it's cool. It's a nice feeling. You know what? The feeling's nicer when people forget, and Josh probably understands this. Where obviously 30 people are watching now, and it's really exciting. 30 people are watching, but when you got 5,000-10,000 people watching a video to 20,000 people watching a video, you don't realize that number, because they're not in front of you, and you see a number on the screen, but you forget how. I don't know if it's 20,000 people watching a video, but let's say it's half. No, does it get counted as a new?
You watch it. That's a new.
Yeah, okay, but even so, let's say 10,000 people. It's a lot of people watching a video, so you don't really realize who's watching your stuff. So yeah, it's very exciting and very, very flattering, and we appreciate it. And when people come up and say, "Hey, I learned a few tricks of yours," and you go, "Thanks, man," So yeah,
good question, Jerry.
Anyway, guys, so we might finish this up shortly. So, red, shout out. We'll do another couple of questions, 2 questions.
Yeah,
anything you want to share, Josh?
Let's go 2 questions.
Loki asks, any suggestions not to ruin a deck because I ruin mine fast? Okay, I've got a good strategy for this. It sounds silly, but wash your hands before you touch your cards, because they're so easy to, your fingertips are so dirty, and obviously it's paper, unless you're using plastic, which will last a long time. So, excuse me, so wash your hands. Also using, depending on your weather, the weather in your country, but a card clip is just a strong metal shaped deck like this, and you put your cards inside, and it will keep them nice and tight. So I know a lot of people use them. I don't going through cards isn't a problem for me, but at the beginning and when I wanted to keep them, or when I had an expensive deck actually from Illusionist, I would keep them in a card deck. Do you have a card deck here?
Like these, like a premium deck.
Yes.
You would keep your hands.
Yes.
Oh, these are for you, by the way.
Oh, they
You
are
asked
nice.
me to keep them for you.
What?
When Asad sent us some.
Nice.
You keep one aside. So
Nice.
There it is.
Bam.
And never forget.
Bam.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely wash your hands, and also if you don't have a card clip, just put a few books on top of your deck at night. It keeps them fun.
Cool. So we're gonna have one more question because we're about to finish this off.
Yeah.